Awake my heart. The victim is the victor. And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. John 12:32. Here is one of the most remarkable utterances which ever fell from the lips of our Lord Jesus. That expression, lifted up, seems to have been understood or misunderstood in more ways than one. Some have held it to mean our Lord's resurrection because it says lifted up from the earth. Others have taken it to mean his ascension, claiming that the words from the earth mean up from the earth to heaven. Pope Urban VI gave it a characteristically presumptuous Roman Catholic slant. The words, "Give unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's," were abolished when Christ was lifted up from the earth in his ascension. For he then drew all kingdoms to the Pope's empire, thus making the Pope King of kings and Lord of lords. Now it is patent that our Lord meant neither his resurrection nor his ascension when he said, "If I be lifted up," for the very next verse tells us explicitly that he meant his death by crucifixion. This he said, signifying by what death he should die. In face of such a clear comment by the gospel writer himself, it is surely strange of expositors to make the words meaning anything else. So then our Lord's word, "I, if I be lifted up," refer exclusively to his cross. This immediately gives them a captivating significance, for the Greek word here translated as lifted up is one which in other places is used of our Lord's heavenly exaltation. See Acts 2:33, 5:31, etc. Do you catch the gleam of new light? Our Lord uses a word to describe that awful cross which at once transfigures it. He looks beyond the revolting externals to the inner glory and ultimate triumph of it. With one word he suddenly releases its imprisoned glory light, bathing all the ugly exterior with a heavenly sublimity. Thus we see Calvary transfigured. That cross gives Christ a higher glory than even the throne of heaven, apart from it, could ever give him. Little did his murderers suspect it, but in crucifying him, they were glorifying him. He was being lifted up, indeed, but not merely in the way which they intended. His crucifixion was a coronation. He was there crowned as the King of love. To the perceiving eyes of his redeemed people, the thorns on his brow become eternal diadems, and his wounds the divinest gems in the universe. No beings in all the creation can ever love him quite like that multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and tongues, who have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb and are saved for evermore. Think what Calvary means to every single soul, which understandingly and adoringly exclaims with Paul, "The Son of God loved me and gave himself for me." With what wonder and worship do all the millions of the saved unite in grateful chorus. We love him because he first loved us. Yes, Calvary is transfigured. Redeeming grace transforms the cross into a throne. Love reigns supreme. O love of God, O sin of man, in this dread act your strength is tried, and victory remains with love, for he, our Lord, is crucified.